Who here likes to create art, dance, choose what you're gonna wear, eat every day, talk with your friends? Well, you're not allowed to do that anymore. You're only allowed to do what I do and live how I live, because my way of living is the right way of living. This is an example of the colonization that happened to the Chumash people, the native tribe whose land we live on today. I'm going to tell you about the advanced and beautiful culture of the Chumash tribe and how colonization destroyed many of their traditions and history, and how they're bringing back their power and culture today. Over the past month and a half, I've been researching the Chumash through many different books, videos, and websites. First, I'm going to be talking about the history of the Chumash people. Secondly, their cultural ceremonies. And third, the presence of the Chumash today. Let me begin by giving you some background history. Do you know how old the United States has been a country? Only 243 years old. The Chumash people have been here and lived on this land for 15,000 years. Think about that for a moment. Let me tell you about the advanced technology and craftsmanship of the Chumash and how they responded to the Spanish contact and colonization. The Chumash were insanely skilled and artistic craftspeople. One of their most intricate and well-known creations are their woven baskets. They used their woven baskets for collecting and storing many different types of foods, wore them as hats, and they were so tightly weaved together that you could even store drinking water and drink from the baskets as well. The Chumash also created the tomol. It is the only seagoing canoe on the North American continent. The tomol is made from redwood trees that would wash down the coast onto the shores and was held together by pine tree sap and tar. They used the tomol to travel thousands of miles up and down the coast, as well as travel to the islands and back. In 1772, the Spanish came to colonize the Chumash land. They forced the Chumash to build the missions and convert to the European lifestyle. Thousands and thousands of Chumash died from being overworked and cruel treatment, as well as disease. By 1880, the Chumash population dropped from 22,000 people to 300 people. The United States of America took control of the land, and the Chumash were made slaves of the white men. They endured horrific treatment and were auctioned and even sold in public from the white colonizers. Men, women, and children worked without getting paid and were given very little to no food. By 1880, most of their culture and traditions had been forgotten about. Though many wanted to go back to their traditional ways of living, they had no option but to stay in the colonized world. Their trade routes had been broken and their freedom of life had been taken away. Their woven baskets, creation of the tomol, and the colonization of the Chumash are all huge parts of their history and will not be forgotten about. Their culture is nothing less than advanced, fascinating, and beautiful. How do you celebrate important events in your family? Maybe through parties or dances? Well, today I want to tell you how the Chumash celebrated and honored important events and traditions. Through ceremonies. Ceremonies took place to worship the sun, moon, stars, celebrate life and death, and marriage, and the changing of the seasons. They sang and danced and prayed through many different songs, and the two most important ceremonies honored the earth and the sun. The Hutash ceremony took place to honor the earth goddess named Hutash. She is seen as the source of all food. This ceremony took place in late summer and was held in the major towns today as Point Mugu, Ventura, and Santa Barbara. The ceremony lasted for about 5 to 6 days and was a great place for everybody to come together, reconnect, play games, and honor Hutash. The sun ceremony was held during winter solstice. During the winter solstice, the shamans had several days of feasting and dancing to honor their father, the sun. This was a time resembling a fresh start as clarity and the warmer months were coming, and the days would start to get longer again. These ceremonies show and honor the deep connections that the Chumash have with each other, the earth, and the universe. Today, these ceremonies have been brought back and taught in the Chumash culture. The Chumash are still here today. Did you know that many of the names of the surrounding towns originate from the Chumash? Malibu was originally Humalibu, meaning where the surf sounds loudly. I'm going to tell you about the Wish Toyo Foundation and how members of the Chumash are bringing back their culture today. The Wishtoya Foundation is a cultural preservation of traditional Chumash village. It is used for a place of spiritual wellness, education, and environmental leadership. They created the Chumash Tribal Marine Protected Areas Educational Program. This provides students with the opportunity to learn about the Chumash history, the marine conservation, and the importance of the relationships that we have with nature. The Chumash, along with all Native American tribes, continue to fight for their voices to be heard and their culture and land to be recognized. Highway 154 was a historic Chumash trail used for travel and trade for thousands of years. In 2007, it was named the Chumash Highway. By changing its name from Highway 154 to the Chumash Highway, it shows that the California legislators are trying to recognize and respect the historical significance of the Chumash region. The new generations of the Chumash have become the modern-day storytellers. By taking modern-day art and creating many different types of mediums, the Chumash are using it in a way to tell their ancestral stories and express who they are. In 2001, the tradition of the Tolmo was reborn, and the members of the Santa Ynez Band of the Chumash recreated the historical crossing of the Tolmo from the mainland to Santa Cruz Island. As you can see, the Chumash are here. They are present, and they're bringing back their traditions and culture for the people and all communities to learn about. The Chumash have created a positive and powerful space for their culture to relearn their traditions and history. In conclusion, I informed you on the history of the Chumash, the cultural ceremonies of the Chumash, and the presence of the Chumash today. I came here to tell you about the Chumash tribe, and I hope that I've opened your eyes and hearts to the people of this land that we are on. I want to encourage all of you to take a moment out of each day and connect with the nature around you. Give some respect back to the land and to the people who were here before you. And please do not take anything for granted, because we are on stolen land and this is never ours to begin with. Thank you.